Hi everyone, welcome back to Dog Days of Summer collaboration with Wonder and Dreamer555. I hope you all are having a great day, a great start to your Monday. It should be Monday, right? No, that makes no sense. Anyway, what we're going to be doing today is something quick and fun. I've already done a lot of them, but I just want to show you start to finish, I guess, a project, and it's going to be a card. No stamping involved, but a card nonetheless. We're going to be doing napkin decoupaging for cards. I love playing around with napkins. We're going to be using this cute napkin right here, and it's a Cypress Home. And this is how it looks. If the glare isn't too bad. Very, very cute. And I've already done all of the cards that we're going to be doing today, except for one. I wanted to do 4. So we're going to work on this together. And I chose the blue because, you know, ocean. It's a light blue color, baby blue, if you will. So what I'm going to do is just, these are prefabricated pieces of paper that I picked up in this cardstock warehouse. And so what you're going to need is scissors, some type of brush to apply your glue, Mod Podge, or any type of Mod Podge type of glue, cling wrap, napkin, and something to apply your napkin to. In this case, we're using paper. And so we have this. I've already cut it off, and this comes in from 4 pieces. All right. And so it's a 2 or 3 plies, seems like. Pull all your plies off. And what I've been doing is putting the glue on and putting it up, going up. I think we'll start from the top today. This time I did all the other ones from the bottom. So we're going to just apply a thin, that's not very thin. I know you're thinking, goodness, that's just idea thin. We're going to apply a thin coat on all of the card, but this time we're going to apply the glue first and then napkin, glue, napkin, glue, napkin. That way you can get great coverage, and I want to make sure I go right to the edge of the card, and then I'm just going to apply some right down on here. The good thing about wet glue or any type of glues, not like your typical adhesive, is if you need to take some off, you can take some off. So now where we are, we're just taking the glue and we're applying, and then we're just going to fold it down, you know, the napkin down. Don't worry about your surface getting too messy. I always just try to put something over my normal work surface when I am using glue, any type of paint, anything like that. So you really want to try to use something. I know some of you have glass mats out there, or you have the, what is the other thing? The mat, the little roll thing. You want to get that. That's good too. What I'm using is a Dollar Tree wood, not a wood block, but a, you know, cutter. I can't think of the name right now. And I'm using some Mod Podge. I cannot think of the name. Can you believe that? What is the name of it? It's going to drive me crazy. That is horrible. Horrible. Like my brain is not functioning on domestication things, I guess. Alright. So I have been going through more and more of my things, and I've been putting things in the trash bin and the garage sale bin, I guess you could say. Super excited about that. I went through about 7 boxes. Remember, I had 1,000, not really 1,000, but I had a lot of boxes to go through. I think for me, I have a problem. If you give me something, I feel like I need to keep it. If not, if I get rid of it, I feel like you'll be offended. And I think those are my own feelings when, you know, you give things to people and they give them to other people, or they throw them away, or, you know, they use, you know, whatever. I don't know. I always had a problem with that. My best friend, I used to buy her watches. She likes Mickey Mouse, so I would buy watches for her, and she wouldn't wear them. I'm like, why aren't you wearing your stuff? Like, do you not appreciate what I've done for you? And she's like, I like it. I just don't want to wear it to work or whatever. I want to wear it on special occasions. And I don't like that at all. I'll tell you why. All right, so now you're going to need your cling or cellophane or whatever. You can get this from the Dollar Tree. And you're just going to ball it up. And you're going to use it like your fingers. I do not mind the card having some texture, but I want to smooth out the bubbles as best as possible. You could just apply all the Mod Podge that you need down and lay your napkin flat. That will work as well. You just have to be mindful of bubbles and seepage. So what we're doing now is just smoothing it down. We're not going to try to get all the wrinkles out. And again, don't be too heavy-handed. I'll show you one of the cards that I made already that I tore the tissue or the napkin. The reason why I don't like for people to wait for a special occasion is because what if that special occasion never happens? My mom has, and I still have most of her things that my aunt didn't take or I haven't gotten rid of. She has like 20 pairs of shoes, brand new, in the box, never worn, because she was waiting for a special occasion. You may never get that special occasion. So if you don't like something that someone gives you, just tell them that you don't like it and ask them, is it okay for them to gift it to someone else? I had a problem with that too in the past, but you know, you can do whatever you want with your stuff once it's yours, right? But you shouldn't just hold on to things because you may never get that opportunity for a special occasion to come. So I forgot one thing. Also, what you can do to try to get some of the bubbles out, you know, because by this being glue, it will cause your paper to ripple a little bit. It depends on how heavy-handed you are with your application of your Mod Podge. So you can take your bone folder or a spoon or a knife or the back end of anything, even your finger or your scissors if they're flat, and just smooth it out as best as possible. And what will happen, you will get leakage from here if you've applied a lot of glue. And you're probably saying, Brandy, you applied a lot of glue. As you can tell, I have seepage, which is okay, no big deal, which is going to be great. Now I'll just go ahead and show you the way I'm going to do the front as well. So, you know, I would let this dry, but for my sanity, I'm going to go ahead and apply this glue on here. You do really want to let it dry a little bit, not apply the bottom coat and then go for the top coat. I want to try my best not to apply a lot and not to tear the napkin. So you apply as much or little as you like on here. And then you just let it dry. And even though this says matte, all of my Mod Podge projects I've used have been quote-unquote matte finish, but they all dry kind of shiny for whatever reason. I don't know if I applied too much. I did read the instructions on this glue, only because, you know, when you are operating on something that you don't know how to use, you really want to read the instructions. I told you all that before. I read a Ranger product and it says do not apply heat to it. You cannot, you know, it's like you can do whatever you want honestly with your projects and your things, but it says do not use a heating tool with it, which I found very interesting because a lot of Ranger products that I've purchased and used don't say anything about no heating. So I can't remember what it was. I think some type of paint maybe, or alcohol, ink, I don't know. So I always try to read the instructions. And so, you know, it does say let dry before you apply more to it. But in this case, I was very stingy with the glue, and now I'm going to just take some even more back from it. But I don't think that being stingy or not stingy has anything to do with the gloss finish. All of the projects I've made with this matte glue still come out glossy. Okay, so once this dries, you want to cut it, of course, unless you're going for that over the top of your card look, which I'm not. So once it dries, you want to cut it, and it should look something like this. It's still a little bit tacky right in this area, so I don't want to put my fingers down on it too much. And it's going to dry like that. And so now that this side is dry, I can kind of go in with my scissors and cut it a little bit more. But I want it to be completely dry, so I'm going to let it dry for the recommended time. But this is our project for Dog Days of Summer. We post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope that you've enjoyed this. Please go over and check out Wandering Dreamer 555 and see what she has created for today. I'm quite sure it's something fabulous. Until Wednesday, happy crafting.